honored by the presence of our esteemed chief guest for today's technical session, Sri Krishnan Sir, Chief Operating Officer, Novel Analytical Lab, India Private Limited, Hosur, whose vast experience, scientific contribution, and leadership in their respective domains had immense value to this academic activity. As a mark of our respect and gratitude, we shall now proceed with honoring our esteemed chief guest. I kindly request.
Okay, wow. Very right. Good. Trust it. Say positive.
Thank you, sir. Formally introduce our esteemed chief guest and highlight his academic and professional contribution. I invite Kritika here to kindly introduce the chief guest.
Good morning to one and all present. It's a great honor and privilege for us to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Sri Krishnan VM Sir, for today's occasion. Sri Krishnan VM Sir is a accomplished laboratory and business leader with over 20 years of extensive experience in food testing laboratories, agricultural inputs, and international outreach. He currently serves as the Chief Operating Officer at Naval Air. It's a multidisciplinary laboratory operations including food, environmental, pharmaceuticals, and electrochemical with materials testing centers. He possesses strong expertise in ISO laboratory management, NABL application audits, quality system implementation, operational excellence, and laboratory scale strategies. Throughout his professional journey, he has successfully driven business growth, improved turnover time efficacy, and ensured laboratory companies across global markets, includes US, Europe, UK, Middle East, Africa, and APAC regions. Academically, Mr. Krishnan Sir holds an MBA in marketing along with additional professional credits, including CXO leadership and program in Excel RI Junction and 6 Sigma Green Belt certification, with a unique blend of technical expertise, regulatory knowledge, and statistic leadership. With Mr. Krishnan Sir continues to contribute significantly to laboratory excellence, quality, assurance, and active business innovation on both national and international platforms. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kritika. I now invite Dr. Krishnan Sir to kindly conduct technical session 1. Sir, the seat is yours.
Very good morning, honorable Sir. These have a lot of potential. If we are to speak from morning to evening, nobody is ready to go outside. Just 5 minutes, I absorbed all the information what he has given to me. So, all of us will use the potential and the information what he is going to give. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Krishnan Sir to kindly commence technical session 1. Sir, the seat is yours.
Principal faculty
morning. So am I audible? Is there an echo? Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So how are you all doing?
Fine, sir.
All are cheerful?
Yes, sir.
Are you all excited?
Yes, sir.
Great. I'm truly honored to be here to just talk about a subject which is not only close to my heart, but also very relevant to the country, especially biotechnology, agriculture, food safety, and especially in the Indian context. I was recently at a leadership conclave at XLRI Jamshedpur. You all know the XLRI Jamshedpur is a oldest management institute and doing a leadership program there. So I happened to watch a video which I got that I start how to really look at the world, what's happening around the world. So this video, I start off with this video, then we will jump into the subject. Yes, over to you. I will ask a question after this video so that I can start.
Technology. It changes absolutely everything about the way we live, the way we get around, the way we eat.
Do you all like this video? You can go online and see there are different versions of video. There is one which was made in 2000 also, you know. So, what is that? This video. This film tells about. What is that? Can anybody tell? The video at the end of the age, what did you learn? What was the one thing which taught you? Can anybody volunteer? What did you learn? What did you watch the video? What is that one thing which was really hypnotizing? What is that? What is happening?
Evolution of AI.
That's okay. AI is good. So it's all about technology, isn't it? It's telling about technology, how it is revolutionizing the way we live, isn't it? So when I you the college, and you take a job, you work and everything. Now, what is happening now? Can you stop learning? Can you stop learning from college? You have to learn every day. You have to continuously be learning, be aware about the world is a competitive place. So this video, the film what it was showing is about technology obsolescence. It took 38 years for the first radio to be invented. Okay, the radio was there for 38 years. The TV was there for 10 years. The cathode radio was there for 10 years. That is the cathode radio. That is the radio now. And the iPod was there for 3 years. Facebook was there for 2 years. Now something else is coming. So what is it's telling is that the technology is short-lived because the expectations are very high. So there is a lot of innovation happening. So people want newer technology, isn't it? So any of your dads or granddads, will they be able to use Paytm? Rather than Paytm use Google Pay. Use for us, even our daughter or children can use it very well because that is when the rapid pace and learning is happening. 20 years. So I showed you 5 generations of people here. There are people writing letters. I used to write letters in my college. Then came emails. Then came text messages. Then came chats or whatever is that now instant messaging or something. So you can just see the rapid changes in technology. So what happens is that you don't limit your knowledge to just books. You will be not competitive towards. What is saying that you have to be technologically advanced by continuously learning, skilling yourself. So initial technology, as a very classic example is that it's called the rate of obsolescence. That is, one technology after innovation, how long it remains. There is a formula called 10 by 10. It used to take 10 years to develop a technology. And 10 years it worked, and after 10 years it becomes obsolete. Now, it takes 1 year to develop a technology, and 1 year it's obsolete. You all know there is an online food delivery system. What is that? Swiggy, Zomato, isn't it? There was a company called Uber Eats. Uber Eats, there was a company. You don't know. It started off on that because they didn't invest in India. They were waiting. Let us wait. They waited for 8 months to start an investment. Before that, competition over to Swiggy and Zomato were all over the place, and Uber had to withdraw from it. So what does that say? You have to be fast, very fast in your technological advancements. So that is what is called the velocity of experience. So you have to keep on developing, learning new skills and new technologies. So management, operations, management, which I am specialized at, something called clock speed. So the clock speed is example that makes technologies rapidly evolving. Earlier, developing a power plant. Suppose you want to have a power plant. Power plant to form one now. How long it takes? It takes 7 years, 10 years to form a power plant. Now they say you should make a power plant in 2 years. So the clock speed is high. Classic example I would bring is about research in biological research, especially genomics. So you know the book, there is a book called Clock Speed where you have all go through that how technology is touching our life, how fast it is. So this, the first page of the book says about how earlier researchers of biology, you know how biological researchers were done. They were done on flies. They were done on flies. They were done on fruit flies. Drosophila. Why research were done on flies? Why research was not done on human beings? Can anybody tell? Why research were done on flies, not on human beings? Yeah, genetic research on the fruit fly. Why it was done on fruit fly rather than human beings? Can anybody tell?
Ethical issue.
Ethical issue is good. Safety is another question there. You can't do a clinical trial on human being. What is the other one? The lifespan. Excellent. So, what is the? You need thousands of generations you can do research on your fruit fly. But how many generations? Maximum 1 or 2 generations you can do. That's called the clock speed of the melon fly. It is 1,000 times better than the clock speed of human beings. So that is why Even though there is another one more important thing why they did research on fruit flies. You know why? What is that? Very important thing. What is the identity between human beings and the fruit fly?
Genome.
We share quite obviously that is what we share the same genetic code, almost near the identical. Okay, now, so that you guys are all learning biotechnology, isn't it? PhD and MSc biotechnology. You are all specialists in biotechnology. But what is that makes you successful in that? How do you become successful in a lab? So, what all additional skills have you learned? I just go through this presentation one by one. In management, there is something called Medici effect. Medici effect. This is Medici effect. You have to read what is Medici effect. Medici effect, I will tell you in classic examples that you should learn from other industries. You should learn from the diverse group, keep interacting, and learn from the society so that you form creative advantages and innovation. Most of the innovations happen only when you interact with people. You know that is the book always describes about how people study termites. Termites build houses in deserts, isn't it? How do they keep it cool? Termites, they build deserts, they put their houses, termites, but how do they keep it cool? Have you noticed that? They have small holes inside the termite nets to keep air circulation. So this was borrowed by a scientist in New Zealand and he built a house which was equivalent to that termite. So you are learning from the other animals or other people in society, or that's something called from knowledge sharing, from being a specialist. You are a specialist in biotechnology, but you also have to be a generalist. You should have wide range of knowledge. You should be able to have that intersection where you can really bring in the machine. Otherwise, you will learn, you will forget, and you will do. But now you creatively, you have to talk, you have to interact, visit nearby industries, understand them. I will quote a small example. Everybody, you have gone to Arabic type of spectrum. 5 years, nice surgery. Okay. What is the difference between cataract surgery and ordinary surgery? Anybody tell me? What is the difference between cataract surgery and ordinary operation surgery? Cataract surgery, sadhana surgery, anybody? What is the cataract surgery? Anybody tell what is the cataract surgery? Anybody volunteers? Have the cataract surgery now? What is that? I have okay. That is because of the change the cornea. That is the lens which molds, you have to change it. So the difference between cataract surgery and ordinary surgery is that cataract surgery is done for two people. For example, regular cataract surgery for our operation cataract. I mean, the hospital minded that. Where did they learn that? They learned that came from McDonald's. Have you all gone to McDonald's? McDonald's. McDonald's going to McDonald's. What do they do? The burger like we have got from KFC, like McDonald's, the company. It's the world's largest fast food company. You go to McDonald's, you get food in 10 minutes. You go to the burger in 7 minutes. You know they have standardized the procedure. I guarantee you what is food and you check how the bun should be made, how the burger should be made, how it should be made. So how do they make 2 buns or less on the they make the burger here? That technology was used learning from McDonald's and the cataract eye operation. So that you can do 2 surgeries. But other operations, why they don't allow to do 2 operations? Cataract surgery they are allowed to do eye surgery. Operation they can do 2 cataract surgery. But why not 2 different surgeries? Where the operation you heart surgery or bypass or surgery why they are not doing? Can anybody tell? You should understand. Why? Have you ever thought about it? That is the reason. Operation theatre, what is that? There is high risk of disease and spread down. Yeah, because of septicity and toxicity. Whereas eye operation is exempted from that. Eye is completely free from spreading disease. Until the cataract normal, whereas other diseases can spread anything. That is why the government has given, that was the pioneer in having that hospital. They were able to do. We were able to learn it. You know, hospitals, they do operations. Operation surgery, other surgery, only surgery, heart surgery. After the patient wait. What they have to do? Exactly, you have to disinfect. Sanitize, it's called disinfect. Disinfection takes 57 minutes. 1 hour of disinfection. And after disinfect, so how did the management think about faster disinfection? For example, have you ever watched Formula 1 car races? Formula car races, Formula race car. Tire எப்படி ஒரு pit stop, I watched the latest movie of one. Pit stop எவ்வளவு நேரத்துல tire change பண்ணுவோம்? 15 seconds, 20 seconds, car will come, suddenly people come and go. So they were hired to hospitals to do sanitation. So they sanitize in 27 minutes. So so where did the hospital learn? They have learned from their therapies. Similarly, you have to learn your skills from not your own industry. You have to learn. You go to supermarket, you go to Kentucky Friends, you go to McDonald's, you go to Subway, you go to Ashok Leyland, you go to other industries, you learn. You go to a milk processing center, you learn new skills. Most of these skills are learned not from your own business, from other business. That is called intersection point where you can be a specialist, but unless you are a generalist, you will not survive. The kids in the US or any other world, they come out of the college, they can do their own housekeeping, they can open their car, they can change the tires, they can do cleaning, they can do mechanical work, they can do plumbing. How many of our kids can do this? Why? Because you always have specialists, but you should be generalist, you should be able to do everything. So that is the essence of learning. So it's not that you finish a college, you get a degree and go, but what amount of knowledge you gather not from here, but your surroundings. Every day. A lot of knowledge videos are available. There are a lot of courses you can do online. You can go and register for it, you can do online courses. You can learn new skills. So when you come out, you should have a challenge. You should have a dream that you should have 2 or additional skills which differentiate you from your neighbor. You have to be competitive enough to differentiate yourself from neighbor by learning at least 2 additional skills. When the CV goes to a company of all your friends, you will be at the forefront of an evaluation because now AI evaluates a CV, isn't it? Suppose 1000 CVs are there, the CV is evaluated. Did anybody go and see your degrees and certificates? There is a radius of that tool is there. So your CVs can based on your keywords and other things. Suppose you have 4 different skills other than your peers, you are at the advantage. Let us start the technical presentation. I don't want to bore you, but I will walk you through a story about how biotechnology is affecting our day-to-day lives. What are the innovations happening? Where you have to look at as a career focus? What skills you have to learn? What are the opportunities around us? So you have to focus and you have to ask questions. You are always welcome to our laboratory. We are at laboratory Rosu. We are food testing laboratory. We do food testing for exports, food, meat products, milk, honey, antibiotic residues, pesticides, genomic testing, we do PCR analysis, we do pathogen detection, allergens detection. We can do everything which is needed for safety of the food. We do cotton testing, we do oil, sweets, confectioneries. So you are always welcome to the laboratory. Which we are using our laboratory mostly with biotech application. Okay. So let's just move this slide. Okay, this is the laboratory laboratory which is in Hosur, in your lab, 20-year-old company. We started off with environment monitoring, now we have food testing, we have testing, spices, oil, water, environment, mechanical testing, your ag monitoring, your crops monitoring, your salad testing, your antibiotics, whatever. Both next slide. What is how did biotechnology initially start? It was started how many years ago? So the first one example of biotechnology. Thousands of years ago, what was done? How many? What was done? What is biotechnology? That microorganisms or living organisms create process and technology. What was the first commercial available biotechnology product? Everybody has taken that. Biotechnology product. What is that? What is that? Fermentation. What do you eat? Yeast. Yeah. What is happening? An organism is helping develop the product. Yeah. What is happening? So that was the idea. Similarly, brewing. You know, Biocon. Who owns Biocon? Biocon company. How much? You know, you are the micro brewery. Beer fermenting. First, we have to learn fermenting technology. 10,000 rupees is started off. Company in garage to do fermentation technology. Now, what is the size of the company? Anybody knows? No. Anybody guesses?
500
500 crore.
acre. 500
5,000 crore.
500 acre.
Yeah, that's turnover.
Seven.
Revenue. How much? 1,000.
Crores.
எவ்வளவு crore? ஒரு குவார்டர்ல 4,00,000 கோடி பண்றாங்க ஒரு மாசத்துல. You know how much? 10,000 எவ்வளவு தெரியுமா? What you want dream? இந்த கிரண் மஜும்தார் ஷாக்கர் dream. நீங்க dream பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? நான் கராஜில 10,000 அடுத்து 14,000 கோடி. Yes, it is 40,000 crore. How big your difference from Kiran Samsudar? You Kiran Samsudar பார்க்கணும் என்ன சார் இந்த கையில கால கட்டு கூட எல்லாம் இல்லை but the way you think you will be creative thinking and the risk that out 10,000 rupees are there. Google it, just see what is the company, what is the turnover, other things. So you have to dream big. So what is the story? It tells that biotechnology is just like organisms, microorganisms or bacteria which is making millions of dollars. So what is the latest innovation in biotechnology? Go to the next slide. So what are the key tools in biotechnology? What's in India? Engineering, bioinformatics. So what is the latest advancement biotechnology is going to happen? What is the normal time taken for first human genome sequence பண்ணாங்க எத்தனை வருஷம் ஆச்சு?
13
years.
13
years ஆச்சு human genome library body calculation genes அதுக்கு எவ்வளவு 13 வருஷம் ஆச்சு போட்டு 1 hour பண்ணிருக்கோம். You know, my granddaughter was born last week in a hospital. பேரண்ட் குழந்தை first thing they did was genetic test. பட் genetic test பண்ணாங்க. genetic test பண்ணது they are trying to find is there any mutation. What they have future heart attack or diabetic genetic mutation. Just by testing the gene they were able to tell us. My mother had a heart attack. My mother had a heart attack. Currently, couldn't diagnose it earlier. And now, you walk into a hospital, you can diagnose genomic sequences that you can go and give your samples of your saliva, and you can test your markers of and genome is found against the population. What is called as bioinformatics. So, what is happening? What am I doing? Diabetes it's already mapped in the genes. Why diabetes attacks us? Why heart attack comes? World's most than 60% death is because of heart attacks, cardiovascular diseases. Yeah. Sugar shot one shot, but you get diabetes. Healthy people. Why? Because it's transferred from generation to generation. Yeah. That is why it is coming from our generation. Genes level. So that code is there in the gene. That is transferred to kids. So there are technologies which can detect that gene so that you identify that gene and find out that particular child is prone to cardiovascular or cancer or Alzheimer's or diabetes. Is it in interesting? Yeah. One hospital latest now you can do the genomic testing and very exciting. That is the latest technology which is happening in the world. The ability of human beings with other animals, what is major difference between human beings and other animals? Now, what is the important difference between human beings and animals? Sense is there, the ability to solve problems. There are no problem solving problems. Unless you train a dog, you cannot solve problems. Human beings can. It's the natural instinct to solve problems. Entire life is about solving problems. Why we have come to study here? You are living that you are trying to solve a problem. Why there is communication? Now there anybody is not aware from this world. You won't allow anybody can fix it. So does it have you want? Look back and say anybody. Two mobile phones. One at home and one at home. So just see the amount of technology, the ability to innovate. So that is the difference. So what happens is that human beings have researched genomes, genes, not from your DNA, from a microbiome. What is microbiome? What is microbiome? Which controls the entire kind of yeah, why you don't get a disease? Whereas a dead body, one hour why? You don't think but a dead body, you don't have what is the reason for that? Why? The body has got a very defense mechanism. Defense mechanism is what's going to give. Very good defense mechanism. We have got microbiome. So now scientists have what they have done is to take the microbiome, different millions of bacteria they do test bacteria are able to fight viruses normally. Bacteria will control viruses because of a genetic we have identified that gene. That is what where they genes lies. So they can give that particular microbiome by changing the DNA in your body and control disease. Now they have controlled sickle cell, you can see sickle cell as well as asthma and everything they are working on that. So this is the biotechnology application in medical field. The world is moving very fast. The next day, okay, drug development. So normally, other areas where drug development, how long does it take to? There is latest news about AI in drug development. How long does it take to develop a drug? Repeat our development. For selling protection, this one, weight reduction. The drug of sitagliptin or Lipitor was a Pfizer drug that was about $10 million. A lot of research and dialysis they got drug development. How long it take to develop a drug? Take 5 to 10 years. That is why these drugs are expensive. Now what is happening to drug development? What is happening to drug development? Anybody? Any guesses? You are very active in your social media, YouTube. Have you ever understood you're not biotechnology students, you should understand what is happening in drug development. Have you recently used this term? That is AI simulation models. Artificial intelligence is used. A lot of people will not have jobs because drug development all have AI to do drug development. Are you able to understand the seriousness of it? AI is used in drug development. Now, Dr. Reddy's and Nanko Coll saying that AI should not be used in drug development. What happens is a lot of energy already is spent for drug. AI is used. Shorter cycle, the new drugs are. So older drugs will invest huge money become obsolete. New drug will come in 1 year. A lot of new drugs are starting now. That is where biopharma is. Gene therapy also. Genetics is used for and regenerative medicine. This is application in medicine. I come with application in agriculture and areas. Next slide. Okay. How many of you are aware about what was the first innovation in agriculture by technology? What was the first innovation? You are all eating food here. Foods are now. You are wearing clothes. You need footwear. You need good clothing. What was the largest big revolutionary innovation which happened in biotechnology and agriculture? How many farmers are here? How many are farming community? They are okay, farmers. Be proud of yourself. Be proud to be a farmer. My grandfather was a farmer. They are very people doing riding. So what was the biggest innovation happened in biotechnology? You should be able to know that data, but biotechnology first. Agriculture data, revolution is first. Cotton. BT cotton. Very good. What is BT? What is bacillus thuringiensis?
It's a bacteria.
Bacillus thuringiensis. BT is important. So what is the important economic properties of cotton? Cotton is either root. So whatever there was a mold going in, after 6 months or 4 months, what happened? Farmers end up pesticides spray. Heavy pesticides spray. Pesticides going to water going to our system. So there are companies, India innovated project with Monsanto and Micro, they did a special approval for developing bacillus thuringiensis BT cotton. What happened? The BT cotton crop, once it was sold, it was not affected by this old one. So the cotton crop saved a lot of rupees on pesticide. Similarly, rice to increase the vitality of rice, golden rice. So this technology was used where seeds rice was done. There are a lot of new innovations which are happening, especially in agriculture, especially from drought tolerance and climate. Everybody talk about climate change. We are going to global summit climate change. What is climate change? Climate change, does climate change affect you? Will affect climate change. Affect are we serious? Climate change. What is happening? Have you heard about microplastic? Water bottle, millions of plastics are there. Have you anybody know that? That's a big serious offense. Then you put on will not respond from that because this is made from water which is completely polluted with plastics. Microplastic, particularly nanoplastic, that is given by lab, which has got the highest amount of chromatograph data and can't detect that. It's coming as a regulation in one of the countries. Microplastic, environment pollution. People are using sustainable practices for that. So what is now happening is sustainable ESG audits. So now all companies have strict ESG audits. Environment, social, corporate governance. What happens is that you are working for multinational, they will see whether the company is environmentally sustainable. So you should be less polluting. So now biotechnology compared to pollution control and bioremediation. You know that. What happens, sir? How does the greenhouse gases. What about greenhouse gases? Greenhouse gases, methane. Methane. Methane comes from animals. Animals got methane gas. And from paddy fields, rice farming is the highest. We are doing a project for a company, biotechnology company, to reduce methane emission in rice fields. Because the rice are methane. That is methane producing bacteria and anaerobic form, which comes out during paddy flooded water. This methane gets compacted. It is causing globally. There is a lot of research being done. Wherever rice is grown, methane is a big problem. So now they have developed genomics and biogenome to reduce methane producing bacteria in paddy fields. That is where agriculture, other than tissue culture, where we know traditionally gene editing, other. So there are a lot of areas where agriculture also you can really focus on the graduation or research. Think about these areas which are more environmentally where there is demand for job creation. Okay, initially after computer coding, coding job now. What is job now? Coding. After 35,000, 40,000 coders job. What happened to that job? 10 years of coding job. Robots and machines have taken over your coding job. So you have to think about areas where you can really use your sense, creative technology, rather do routine tasks. Amazon warehouse they are using robots to pick up stuff. Most of the things now driver is car. Your job is that. A lot of jobs are not available. So that is why the video says you are studying for jobs that are not existent. First year person, second year second year person, third year you keep on learning new skills. If you interact with the principal and you say that students you have to learn new skills. The world is wide open with a lot of information. Don't spend your time watching videos on YouTube that do not take you anywhere. Think about it. Instagram, post like account. What will happen? Will it help your life? Use someone. My college has 5 years. I never had a phone or TV, nothing. You are fully focused on academics. Now, how many hours you can really focus on academics? Have you evaluated? Clock was put anyway in your calendar. Now, exactly you will be amazed to find what are affecting. Less than an hour. 1 hour. What happens is that we are missing out on a lot of advantages. World information. Use your life for the world is quite open with a lot of information and research. You can write any international university, give you an idea what Google everything. Taking you have a good idea. For play to your social media, play with your games, learn something new. You can research on what is happening, watch TikToks. There are YouTube videos, information that was not that during my period. Now, college we don't know what was happening in the in America. Now you know, last month I joined America. Where these researches happen. So this is what I was telling about waste treatment, biofuel production and bioirrigation. There is industrial pollution, biological bacteria. So where are opportunities? A lot of industries are coming up. There is a lot of industry. A lot of waste is generated. There is a lot of treatment needed. You can specialize in bioremediation. Anybody have thought about it? Why don't you be an expert? One of my friends studied biotechnology at Shastra University and she went to Sweden to do bioremediation study to reduce carbon methane emission at Sweden. Have you ever dreamt about it? Dream about international universities. Think about different. So what is your biggest problem? Solution you need. Your day-to-day. What is your biggest problem? Climate change, pollution, health, nutrition, food safety, disease. 5 or 6 areas is where money is there in the future. Healthcare and other areas. But we need to area of research. Next please. What we do at naval laboratory is that these are some of the technologies which we do. We do allergens and microtoxin testing. What is allergen? Allergen testing. So, buy a pack of chips, buy a pack of food packet, I know. Have the brand label. There are label but food packet. Food packets are made. So like